Good day, fellow. Setso is back. Today we are going to do some ionic naming of what of transition metals. Somehow I'm going to give you a chemical formula. Then you as a learner, you must be able to give out the name of that chemical compound for transition metals. Then yeah, don't forget the ionic compound by definition, transfer of electrons from metal to non-metal. But now, to be specific, we are going to focus on transition metal, transition metals. See, transition metals. Do you still remember from the periodic table? I hope you can see this red pen. All those elements are the transition metals which are inside this boundary of light. Then the normal ones which we come across is iron, nickel, copper, cobalt, you see, or silver there, you see. Then now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a situation which is like this. I hope you have seen this before. Something like this. You see, I have Cu which is copper. I also have Cu which is copper. The only difference now is ions. I have +1, this side I have +2. For transition metals, since they are charges, they will become different. We are going to use what? The Roman figure numbers. Do you still remember those? See? This is 1, this is 2. Let me write them here. 1, 2, 3 is like this, 4 is like this, then we have 5, then 6, 5, then we add 2, 7, 5, we add 3, then this one is 8. You see? Then we use Roman figure numbers to represent what? The ions. For what? For transition metals. Then if I give you, let's say, something like this, Cl, CuCl, as well as CuCl2, then I ask you to write the name for the following. How are you going to write the name for each of this compound? Check. It's so simple. Then we are going to do a little bit of math. From our periodic table in group, let me write them. We know that all group 1s +1, group 2 is +2, group 3 charges is +3. Then we have 17, we have 16, we have 15. Then it's going to be -1, -2, -3. We found chlorine in group number 17. From this given compound, we can clearly see that we only have one Cl. Then for you to tackle this question, you are going to do it like this. Since copper is a transition metal, copper doesn't have a fixed charge because it's a transition metal. Can be like this or like this. See, can vary. You see, the best thing that you can do for yourself is to split Cl. Since I only have one Cl this side, then I also have one copper this side. You see, one of each. You see, then I don't know the charge current at this position for copper. Then for us to find the charge of copper, we're going to write the overall of C, which is -1 in this case. Then and ask yourself this question as to say now, what charge must I add so that I get an overall of 0? Clearly I must add 1 because I get 0 when I add them both. Then my copper is going to have +1. You see? Then when naming, we are going to say copper we include a Roman figure 1. The next two we write chlor. Then you add IDE. See, don't forget to add IDE at the end. Then now we also have this one. How are we going to write this one then? Then it's so simple again. You do the same now by saying, now I have 2Cl now. I have first Cl, second Cl. You see, we have 2Cl. Then the overall charge -1 get -2. Then on this one, I also have 1 Cu. Only have 1 Cu. What charge must I add so that I get 0? Clearly, it's going to be +2. Then when I solve the expression, I get 0. Somehow here I must add 2. See? Then it's going to be now this one, copper 2. Let me write it here. Copper 2. You see? Copper 2 what? Chloride. Let's say if I give you something like this. Let's say now I decide to give you something like this. How are you going to solve this one? How are you going to solve this one? From our periodic table, oxygen is in group 16. Then how many oxygen do I have? 3 of them. Then you write 1, 2, 3. Each going to have -2, -2. Overall is going to be -6. Then how many Fe do I have? I have 2. Let me put asterisk. This one is very, very important. Then now, what charge must I add in order for me to get 0? Clearly, I must add +6, then I get 0. Now, I no longer have 1, but I have 2 of these. Then this number 6, I have to divide it accordingly. +3, +3. That means each is going to have 3. For us to get 6, each must have 3. Then when naming, you are then going to say you open bracket, you write 3. What? Not oxygen, don't forget. For O we say oxide. You see, this is how we write the names for the transition metals when they combine with a non-metal. I thank you.